That's going to open up the map. These two towers on bottom lane are going to go down in no time because they're going to have to keep dealing with that top lane. And at this point, they just need to actually go all in now.
Yep.
Like they thought about it, then like, oh, let's go all in. Okay, let's not go all in, and then they just took a huge loss. And it looks like they're going to be able to grab the Weaver here.
Yep. Ewell brought down, has his Aegis. Pop, Citadel's going to end up dying behind the fight. Illuminate was right there as well, and now he's back up, and he gets working it a little late, but it's not going to matter. Spirit Lance is going to connect just in time to slow him. He gets hexed, and this is like, they fought so hard. It's like, you ever watch a boxing match where it's a back and forth, and then one boxer just barely clips another's chin, and then they just hit the mat? That's how this feels. Angel going to be disrupted defensively, as we see Snog come around. He uses the Orchid and uses the Sprout on Jericho as well, and trying to get themselves home. Yeah, wow, they both made it.
Well, Whitebeard just took one tower down there. Now he's just going in for the tier 3. He lost 2 towers there, and they all have to heal now, and this game is coming to a close. They can't go with this anymore. They're going to lose another tier 3, possibly a Rax.
Oh, poor Union Gaming. Like, it's one thing that I think what it just distresses me. And you have to feel for them so much. They've come so far and fought so hard, and no one was talking about them having a chance to actually make it as far as they did. And they had a chance to advance and potentially face off against Team Liquid, who there's a lot of question marks around. I mean, if you beat Sneaky Nyx Assassins, you're able to beat anyone in this field.
Yes.
And they pushed into 3 games. And there is still a little bit of Dota to be played, but Tier 3 bottom, Naked Rax bottom, lack of melee Rax top, and this lineup beginning to snowball as hard as it is. And when you just look at the Phantom Lancer, he is gigantic, just utterly, totally gigantic. Has his bots up, level 2 Diffusal, Heart, Manta, Vlads, and 1,700 gold to build whatever he wants.
Too, so
yeah, exactly.
Basically, all they're going to be, all Nyx has to do right now is just play a little bit of cat and mouse. And keep it up for a little bit, and they're just going to start losing buildings. And it comes down to the draft at the end of the day. Like, that's one of the beautiful things about Dota. They're going to be going on mid. It looks like they might get a kill here, but as you can tell from Nyx Assassins, like, you can look at the scoreboard. They're dominating in kills, but that's the beautiful thing about Dota. No matter how many kills you have, that doesn't mean you're winning the game.
It's strategy, man.
Yeah, there's so many different aspects of this game, whether deciding whether you're winning or losing. Kills is not always the primary one.
Yep. I love it. It's like all those threads you always see on Reddit. It's what's the biggest misconception you see of players who are new to Dota? It's that kills matter as much as they think they do.
Yeah.
You know, just as a professional caster, I would say probably a full quarter, if not more, of the matches I cast, at least 1 in 4, the team that wins doesn't have the most kills. At least that many, if not more. They're trying to get some work done here at this mid-tier 2. But
Gale Illusion going in bottom, so you're going to spin the root. It's one of those games.
Yep, and they're going to get the disruption off. This is what we're talking about, trying to get an army of your own. Can you get some RNG luck? There you go. Getting a little bit ahead. War! We're going to war! But, so they managed to hold the racks a little bit longer, but they're kind of hoping for a miracle, man. If you're the captain of Union Gaming and you just had the wind knocked out of you that badly, what are you telling your teammates to try and get them back together and trying to give yourself the maximum possible chance to turn this game around?
I mean, if I'm the captain of Union Gaming right now, I would be stumped because, well, I think he is stumped because you're thinking desperately, what can we do? And you're just frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, this is very frustrating to play against. There's nothing you can really do, and yeah, we got a Butterfly up now on the PL, so he has
massive.
He has reached critical mass now.
You think?
And like in this stage, like all you're doing is like talking a bunch of bullshit because there's nothing you can do in this situation but try to get a pick off. And I think they're just genuinely confused right now.
Yep. It's that moment of true desperation and looking for an answer that maybe it's not there. Sometimes you can't put a square peg into a circular opening.
All they have to do, alright, here's the game plan that can work for them. They need to get bots on Weaver. They need to get an Aegis on him. They need Weaver to push out top lane, bottom lane a little bit, go straight down mid, hope to get the throne. That is their play right here. And if they can successfully get a few kills while going down mid, while the lanes are pushed out because Weaver pushed them, then they have to go for a throne race. They're going to lose all their buildings, but they just have to get kills inside the base with the Aegis and go for the throne. They're going to need a Desolator up as well.
Could be the last stand.
Just have to go.
They know they're in the pit. Let's see if Mike can find himself a target. He's right there with him. He's taking the long road around looking for someone. Who's going to be the target? They're going to try to TP out. There's a flame break to ruin it again. That's the second time he's done that to them. And they have to just hoof it and look back at the base. Ush, chopping wood. Angel comes in. using his coil, trying to do what little he can, but he's orchid it out. And the illusion's going to be more than enough to clean that. Oh, no, actually, still standing a little bit. Thought the illusions would last a little bit longer. But the rest having to look brought right back in. Down go the wards again. And this rack's going to be
That's
in
an
shambles.
Ags, right?
Yep.
That Ags damage is ridiculous on Shadow Shaman. He's gonna die on Treant.
Yep.
Oh! Very close, he just got the heal off.
And behind it, we can see the fight continuing to rage as they did manage to pick off Ewo. Cinderell going to be shackled, and he'll go down as well. Angel and Jericho have to run. Angel phase shifts away from the Spirit Lance. Only a little bit of time there, trying to time it up right. Still ends up dropping. This is going to be that, I do believe, my friend. They're chasing him back to the well, trying to force staff to safety. Whitebeard overextending a bit, perhaps. But that's going to be Mega Creeps, most likely. As the Tier 3 falls in mid, nothing still standing in that bottom lane. There's buybacks on both sides. The Prophet's coming back in. Ewo buys back for what could be the last time. And looks like they might be able to clear things out a little bit for a moment, but in all practicality, this one's done.
Yeah, I mean, they're just chewing at their base slowly, and there's nothing they can really do about it at this point. Like, I keep saying that, but it's just, it is what it is.
Yep.
There's just nothing they can do. It's the only thing they can do is hope Snall makes a mistake, but that's not them really doing anything.
At this point, even if
They're
they,
just praying right now.
even if they make a mistake, when you have this much split push, you have a Phantom Lancer with Boots of Travel, and
Yeah,
you have 2
definitely.
racks down. Even if they ran up and fed 5, I don't think it would matter. Like, they could not get across the map fast enough to
Yeah.
actually make a difference.
They need to feed like five times in a row.
Five diebacks.
Yeah.
And Roche still standing, by the way. And it looks like Snarl's not happy about that. Going one-on-one with the big guy. Whitebeard back in. Has his wards up in 8 seconds. And they're moving in for a flank. And looks like they're trying to smoke in Roche. Pure desperation.
Yeah, and Whitebeard just gonna go back to our mid racks right now, and Mega Creeps coming soon.
And Snaw, space created. As that happens, like you said, there goes one. They're teleporting back as quick as they can. Whitebeard is just going to sell out on it, I think. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Can't kill the wards fast enough. That's Megas. Illuminate connects, and the siege is on. Mike finds himself Citadel. Angel there trying to help out. Whitebeard does end up dying, but Mike deploys the BKB. He'll end up making it away safely. And now, honestly, at this point, they lack
Yeah.
AoE to the point that the Creeps can honestly win this game.
What's really sad for me to see is Union Gaming is a team that loves to play the late game.
Yep.
And for some reason they drafted a lineup that is so mid-game centric. It's
Yep.
unbelievable. It does not feel like their playstyle at all. So, I don't know. That feels like they're really playing out of their comfort zone. It may be nerves, and another thing I want to note as well is like it seems like if you watch the TI finals as well, when the pressure is on and stakes are high, it seems like Rat Dota's the go-to.
Well, it makes sense, man. Like, when you think about Rat Dota, what can you do? You sit back and you play back. It's fairly easy to execute
Yeah,
if you have the right
stress-free.
composition. Right, but it puts an immense amount of stress on your opponents because if they misread it, then suddenly they've lost not just a hero, they didn't give up a kill or two. They end up losing towers, they end up losing racks, they end up losing Roshan. And it makes sense. And was that what you think we can look forward to at TI? Just 2 teams trying to rat each other out. No one ever fighting ever. Nothing but creeps.
Maybe when the high pressure games get there, but group stages and early stages, while teams have a shot, they'll probably still play their own game.
Yeah.
But this seems to be like a go-to when there's a lot on the line.
It's taking all 5 from Union just to keep the tier 4s up at this point.
And they're literally just playing just with tears in their eyes right now.
Yeah, they have to be. But it's what I'll be the first to say it. Maybe not the first, but even though they're certainly not going to be walking away with the win here, and even though they're not going as deep and as far as they wish they could, they have nothing to be ashamed of whatsoever. They came into this qualifier and surprised a lot of people, and they're now on the radar. And we're going to see this begin to wind itself down. Last stand. Tier 4s are gone. BKB's up. Ewo about to die for the last time. Never mind. Forgot he had an Aegis. Aegis popped. He'll be back up, but really not a whole lot that can be done as the Ancient is now the #1 target. It's down to a quarter health. Down to about a third. The wards are on it, and that's that. Union Gaming, who shocked many across the world and making it here at all, could not take the next step. Sneaky Nyx Assassins, their experience, their talent, a little too much to overcome. But once again, I hope, as hard as this has to be, and as much as it has to hurt, that Union